money and the age-old question of where to get them is a common topic for VTubers and us to discuss. A lot of VTubers were being judged based on their ability of making money, which to some extent is a point for consideration, as being a VTuber is a type of business, a blooming business in fact, and business aims to make money. The VTuber market is a big market. According to a Japanese production company, ADDENDUM, they estimated an annual market of around 5 billion to 10 billion yen in 2019. And the CEO of ADDENDUM, Norikatsu Hayashi, estimated that in 2020, it will hit 50 billion yen. This is a very big number for a lot of people to be attracted to, and no wonder why a lot of content creators are being interested or are already being a VTuber. Both the VTuber market and being a VTuber can definitely be very appealing. Besides some who really just do it out of fun or other reasons. Unlike ordinary YouTubers, being a VTuber has more interesting ways to generate income. Business makes money, and being a VTuber is a type of business. How do they make money though? Well, that's the question we are going to find the answer of. The most well-known and direct way a VTuber gains money is to receive donations, to get sponsorships, and put up ads like other content creators. And amongst them, the most disclosed and discussed method is donations. It is also widely being used to evaluate a VTuber's success. But first, let's talk about ads, the most common thing you see in all platforms. Ads are probably the most well-known methods of people earning money. On YouTube, once your channel passes the YouTube Partnership Program, you can choose to place ads on different locations of videos, which you will then receive income based on the amount of clicks, audience type, etc. In general, a video of at least 8 minutes long, but not too long, can get the most money per view. But ad types and audience count still plays the biggest factor in your revenue. For Twitch, the biggest deciding factor is your audience count, ad type, as well as how often you show ads. Both of these platforms' ad revenue fluctuates a lot, especially on YouTube, as its video promoting algorithm, and sometimes bugs can lead to huge drops in revenue for content creators. In general, ad income is not a reliable way of generating ad revenue across a lot of platforms. Besides ads, as mentioned, donations are one of the main ways for generating income.
$5 a month! How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5?
And is also one of the main ways to generate streamer-viewer interactions. The viewer, also known as the customer, will choose to donate to the streamer, also known as the entertainment service providing firm, for a fixed amount based on a lot of factors. For example, the viewer might find the streamer interesting and donate to the streamer as a result of a satisfied service section. Or the viewer might donate to the streamer simply because of the instant gratification of the aforementioned streamer-viewer interaction, like streamers reading out the donor's name or even the donation message. Studies found that the reasons for viewers to donate to a streamer varies from atmospheric reasons, social engagements, demographics and traditions, to end-user experiences, etc., just to name a few. However, no matter the environment, one thing is certain, and that is the system and firms made big efforts for their customers to actually donate to their services, instead of just watching and not providing monetary return. From flashy notifications to glaring user icons, donating to a streamer has never been as glorified as now. Different platforms have different methods of donating and will also have different revenue splits, not to mention different VTuber firms will have their separate split after the official split from the streaming platform. The biggest VTuber platform, YouTube, takes a 30% cut from all donations, which includes direct donations and membership. Twitch takes no cuts from donations due to the varied nature of donation means on Twitch. However, Twitch do take a 50% cut from subs and a few extra from the amount of bits you bought. Showroom, a common Japanese streaming platform, uses a gift system where people buy gifts beforehand and send them to streamers as a reward. The cut from Showroom is rumored to be around 30 to 35%, however are greatly dependent on the channel and is decided by the platform. For Bilibili, well, besides all the hassle of being a foreigner in Bilibili, it has a few donation methods, the first one being a direct donation plan called Charging Plan, which Bilibili takes a 30% cut. The second one being a gift system similar to the Showroom one, and Bilibili takes a 50% cut, which is also the same for the membership scheme, the Big Fleet, which is probably the steepest amongst all. There are also a lot of platforms that I did not mention here, but most donation-based platforms probably follow the same rules of either direct donations, gifting system, or both. Even though donations can be a reliable source of income as long as you have a loyal fan base, it can be a bit lackluster for smaller content creators. Then, some might approach sponsors to gain some better income. Sponsors require you to have at least some degree of fame, as they are essentially seeking for an ad slot in your videos or streams. For a typical sponsor, they might want to place a short-length video ad, or would like you to hold a scripted section of predetermined length in your video or stream, in exchange for their sponsor money. Due to the sponsor amounts being a trade secret in a lot of cases, the rules of it are not so clear. But what is known is that sponsorship amount is determined by sponsor company, the agency, the sponsoring channel, its viewership base, as well as the channel's owner. An infamous example is a
Raid Shadow Legends
sponsor, which you can see everywhere. As a lot of YouTubers have pointed out, the Raid Shadow Legends company has paid a higher than average amount through a lot of agencies to contact a lot of YouTubers to do sponsors, which is the main reason for such a surge in its sponsorship. A fellow YouTuber, IBXToyCat, had talked about this in detail, and I would recommend you to go give it a look if you want to know the details of how a sponsorship works in general. But maybe, after some of these methods, some of you still don't make enough to satisfy your lust for money. Well, let's consider other ways that are a bit more specific to the VTuber industry. Idols. Who doesn't like them? Idols is such an influential culture that its influence breaks through the language barrier and reaches as far as you can imagine. Since idol culture is such a big culture in Japan, a lot of people have decided to choose the path of being an idol, influenced or not. The idol industry is big, overground or not. There are still hundreds and thousands of idols in Japan today, and a lot of them are making big money. Even though it has already reached a quite saturated phase, and not as prominent as its most glorified days, there are still a lot of idols and idol-circulated businesses that try to capture as much money as they can. That's why you can see quite a few seiyus actually also part-times as or actually describes themselves as idols, not only as a gimmick, but also being an actual idol to capture some of the income brought by the fan economy. Some prominent examples are Nana Mizuki, a singer idol that starts off as a seiyu, and also Idol Master in Love Live, some multimedia projects that brought the identities of seiyus, anime characters, and idols closer. Being an idol can be quite difficult. Being a traditional idol means training, attending public events, conducting live performances, etc. These can be quite demanding for even the most fitted, as it basically demands most if not all your personal life, just to prepare to perform in front of audiences. Besides the typical celebrity jobs, such as taking ads, attending shows and public events, etc. What is special about being an idol is having live concerts. Holding live concerts is the main way to gain income. As idols are being evaluated by their relationships with their fans, live concerts are the main way for idol-fan interactions, which an article describes as cultivating and maintaining relationships with fans. The revenue a concert generates can be a lot, which greatly depends on the amount of fans and core fans. First is the floor sales revenue, which even though are dependent on the amount of seats available in the venue, is still a major portion of a live concert's revenue. And since the existence of online live ticket, the door sales revenue has been less dependent on the venue, which in turn only means more income. Besides door sales, the other major and probably bigger income is merchandise sales. Besides the typical light sticks, t-shirts and happy coats, they might also sell limited merchandise such as posters, templates, keychains, towels, and even plushies just to draw in the good sales. Moreover, they might also sell those in gacha form, meaning you need to spend more money to get what you want, or exchange with others that have the goods that you want, which encourages interactions between fans and purchasing intents. After we discuss some of the ways an idol can gain money, then we can start to see how VTubers can benefit from it. Remember when's the last time you watched a VTuber or a VTuber group's live concert? Are you excited? Do other people feel the same as well? Is the amount of people watching the live show the greatest you've ever seen? That's why VTubers promote and even act as an idol. It's because of them and the idol having the same characteristics of feasting on the relationships between them and the fans. They all need the big money bought by the fan economy, which is why VTubers promote themselves as idols and even hold big online live concerts. How VTubers treat fans is also a topic that's worth talking about. Since a VTuber's worth is dependent on the audiences, developing and preserving an extremely loyal fanbase is important. A very loyal fanbase can be your major income, as they contribute to your major donations and merchandising income, and can also act as a medium to promote the VTubers to other people. That's why the VTubers would like to interact and even satisfy the fans' interaction needs, as those can increase their intents on sticking with the channel, and the chance of them being a part of the loyal fanbase. That's also why a lot of big VTubers that have a consistent fanbase will always have a lot of so-called gachikois, which describes the fanbase of people that are so obsessed with their idols that they might be actually in love with the idols they like. These are the most loyal fanbase that you can find, which means stable income and the least likelihood of losing them. Companies especially love them as they have the most potential of income. That's why there's a so-called relationship ban, as having a love relationship with other people might actually cause this fanbase to flip out. It's kinda like a game of balancing. Besides the major ways listed above, there's still a few ways that a VTuber or a VTuber group can capitalize on. The first is collaboration money. It is a way where companies or individuals sell their presence for a fortune. Have you been to one of the events where one or more celebrity attends? Depending on the type and size of the events, as well as the popularity of the celebrity, the event holder might pay celebrities, or in this case VTubers, to join the event. This way, the event joining VTubers can gain income by just existing in the event. This is a very typical way for celebrities to gain income. That's also why lots of VTubers will want to be invited to big events, as an invitation from big events can mean big money, even if it's some non-profit big event. As long as it has a big audience base, a lot of VTubers will still want to be on stage, simply because of the popularity gained from such events. Again, if the event is big enough, that is. Second, being intellectual property revenue. Besides utilizing the IP by leasing off characters for business use, companies or individuals can also gain revenue from copywriting contents that contain some of their copyrighted material.
I'm gonna copy strike this guy. just for that word. Gonna copy strike him. Yo! Can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video? Like right now?
Even though people have been doing a lot of derivative work of VTubers, and a lot of VTubers have even pretty relaxed policy regarding these types of works, that does not automatically mean all of their materials can be easily used in your own work. They still hold the rights to the characters as well as the content they produce. Most of them also stated that no profit must be made with all these materials. Not to mention, if they really want, they can copyright any of the derivative work that does not fit under the Japanese copyright policy's fair use, since technically the VTubers and the companies are not distributing these materials under any license. That being said, I still have yet to see any VTubers mass flagging fan works. VTubers in general still leverage the VTuber audience relationship very heavily. Third is base salary income. Some VTubers employed by the company might receive a fixed amount of base salary, which will stay the same regardless of their performance. However, some VTubers might actually only receive base salary as per contract, which might or might not be a good thing. In general, the salary amount and structure depends on the VTuber's contract. Last but not least is to get money via company-only means, such as getting funds and investments, as well as other ways such as buying stocks, crowdfunding websites, etc. But these are already far enough from the topic we are discussing that they might as well not be mentioned. Real life is not like the FORTNITE gift card guy that continues to give out free stuff, and even for him, there are times when he stopped giving out gift cards.
No more FORTNITE! No more cards! No more $19 cards!
For our online virtual people, there are a lot of ways that can help them to get over the struggles that they would encounter as a VTuber. That's why you should support your favorite VTubers, since it might be just a lifesaver for them between keeping on being a VTuber and dropping out. The VTuber market is still growing by a lot, with already over 10,000 of them last year. The VTuber market has never been more competitive, and there are ways being discovered now that VTubers can capitalize on to gain an advantage in such a rough sea. Not everyone is having a smooth sailing, but one thing is certain, is that most of them are having fun. And that's the most important point of becoming a VTuber. Hello guys, so some of you might have already know that I have lost access to my old channel. It's because I haven't logged into my old channel for a long time now, and also that I lost my phone that I use for two-step authentication. I have tried to recover the channel, hence I have dragged for a few months now. However, the Google's recovery system is kinda... I have set a backup email, but Google just doesn't want to send the verification code to my backup email and instead insists of sending it to my already compromised email, which is problematic for me since I don't have access to the email. Hence, I can't find the verification code. I'm sorry to all you guys that have subscribed to my old channel. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.